and today we are here with a video. I am live streaming it just because it's a lot easier to live stream it than make a video about it. But I'm going to go over what I think every team's record is going to be this year, and who I think is going to win in which round of the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. So before we get started with this, please, if you guys want a refreshing drink for your day, I have a link down in my bio. It's for Dubby. It's a gaming energy drink. They come in all different flavors. They have some pretty cool shirts, some stickers, and everything like that. And if you want to try it for 10% off, you can use my discount code RIFT_blackout. Get 10% off your order. I 100% recommend it. That stuff is so good. And give me 1 second, please. I gotta get into my stream. Alright, so how I'm going to do it is I'm going to advance to the end of this season in Madden, and we're going to see my record predictions based on Madden. So first we're going to start here in the Nfc East with the Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, and Giants. And I have, at the bottom of the division, Giants finishing 4-13. I have the Commanders finishing 7-10. I have the Cowboys 10-7 and sneaking into the last spot in the playoffs. And then I have the Eagles winning the division at 11-6. I think the Eagles are the way better team this year. I don't think the Cowboys got better. I think they got worse this season. I think the Cowboys got way worse in the offseason, and the Eagles just got so much better. Giants, they got better, but I still think I think they got to get rid of Daniel Jones before they become competitive. And I think the Commanders had a down season last year. And I liked how Taylor Heineke plays, and I don't know what Carson Wentz is going to be doing, how good Carson Wentz will be, but I think they'll have a bounce-out season with Chase Young coming back into, I think, after week 4. And then that's my NFC East prediction. I have the Eagles winning the division and Cowboys getting the 7th seed in the playoffs. Alright, and then we'll go down to the NFC North. I have the Packers winning the division at 14-3, getting the number 1 seed in the bye in the playoffs. Week 1 bye in the playoffs. Wild card bye. We're only on this simulation's going to take a while. I'm sorry for all you guys just listening to the... Then I have the Vikings just missing the playoffs because they have a 3-way tie with 3 other teams at 10-7 that didn't win their divisions to make it. But I'll get to that later because it was with the Cowboys and then another team that I'll talk to here in a bit. The Vikings are just going to miss the playoffs at 10-7. And here is my wild choice. I have the Detroit Lions winning 8 games this season and going 8-9. I think they're a quarterback. I think they're going to be one more offseason, one more draft, and a quarterback away. And I think they can actually maybe in contention. I love the Lions this year. They kind of look really good on paper with Aiden Hutchinson, Jameson Williamson, who won't be playing until week 4, I believe. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, Jared Goff is the only shaky position. What is Jared Goff going to win? But, you know, I love Dan Campbell as the coach. And then I have the Bears 3-14. I think the Bears are going to be awful this season. I don't think they gave enough help to Justin Fields for Justin Fields to be able to do anything. He looked good in the last week of the preseason. Well, that's about it. I don't think they gave enough for him to be good. Then I have the NFC South. I have the Buccaneers winning the division at 12-5. I have the Saints second in the division, making it into the 6th seed in the playoffs with a 10-7 record. I have the Panthers 9-8. I think Baker Mayfield's going to do good over there. I think he's going to get a contract extended to be their quarterback for the foreseeable future, but I could be wrong. And then I have the Falcons 3-14 as well. So with that tie I had for the 6th and 7th seed, it was between the Cowboys 10-7. Saints 10-7 and the Vikings 10-7. That all came down to their division standings. I think the Saints are going to go 4-2 in the division. Here's where it gets crazy. I think the Saints are going to beat the Buccaneers both games, but lose to the Panthers both games. And the Cowboys, and then that would put them at a, that would put the Saints at a 4-2 in their division, and that's good for the playoffs. See, because I also have the Cowboys going 4-2, losing to the Eagles twice, and then beating the Commanders and Giants twice, 4-2. And then with the Packers and with the Vikings, I have them losing both games against the Packers. No, I don't. Let me look at this real quick. I have the Vikings going 1-1 against the Packers. I have them going 1-1 against the Lions, and I have them going 1-1 against the Lions, and so they all have it. So, wait, are the Saints in the playoffs? Let me look back at my notes real quick. Oh no, I have them losing both games against the Packers, and I have them going 1-1 with the Packers and losing both games against the Lions. That's what it was, because I always play good against the Packers. And then now I put at the NFC West, I have the Rams going 12-5, making that number 2 seed in the playoffs. They have the tiebreaker against Buccaneers, because I have the Buccaneers going 4-2, losing both games to the Saints, and I have the Rams going 5-1, only losing to the 49ers once in their division this year. And then the 49ers at 11-6, making the 5th seed in the playoffs. Then I Cardinals 9-8, and the Seahawks 4-13. I just don't know how to. I don't think the Seahawks are going to be good at all. 4-13. 3-14. Sorry, I have them at. No, I have them at 4-13. My bad. Three and 13. I just think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. They're going to be tied bottom of the league with Bears, Falcons, and Seahawks. I think those are going to be. Well, I guess I think the Texans are going to be in that too, but But yeah, I have the Rams winning the division, 49ers getting into the playoffs, and now we're going to the AFC, where in the East I have the Bills going 15-2, Dolphins going 9-8, 7-10 for the Patriots, and 4-13 for the Jets. And I have the Bills being number 1 in that division. Obviously, they're going to be the only playoff team coming out of the East. The West is stacked. The North is stacked. The South is Dolphins, I think, are going to be a pretty good team this year. I think they're just going to miss a playoff spot. And then with the NFC North, I have the Bengals winning the division at 13-4, getting the number 2 seed in the playoffs. The Ravens being 11-6, getting the number 7 seed in the playoffs. Browns being 7-10. I don't think they're going to do good without Watson, and I don't know if Watson's going to be good when he comes back, because he's been out of the game for a while. 6-11 for the Steelers. I think Mitch Trubisky would be the start at the beginning of the season, and then they'll bench him for Pickett, and then that's when they start heating up a little bit, but I just think their schedule's difficult for them. And then on the AFC South, I have the Colts winning the division at 11-6, getting the 4th seed in the playoffs, with the Titans at 9-8, Jaguars at 6-11, and then the Texans at 3-14. And in the AFC West, the hardest division of football, you can call me biased all you want, because my favorite team is the Broncos. I have the Broncos winning the division at 13-4. I have them splitting games with Chiefs and Chargers. But then I have the Chiefs 13-4 as well, but I have them splitting with all of the division. They're going to split with the Broncos, split with Chargers, and split with the Raiders. I think the Broncos are going to beat the Raiders twice, so that would put them at 3-3 in the division, and the Broncos 4-2 in the division. So that's how I got the tiebreaker between those two 13-4 teams in that division. And then I have the Chargers at 12-5 and the Raiders at 10-7. Raiders are just going to miss the playoffs. Chiefs are going to sneak in there at 5th, and the Chargers are going to sneak in there at 6th. So let's see what Madden has to think about it. I think that, and then we'll go into my playoff prediction after we look at what the Madden thinks. So the two playoff teams and Matt Brown's at 2-15. I mean, I can actually kind of see it. I can kind of see that. But yeah, they have. I mean, we're pretty close. They have the Ravens winning the division and Bengals, but being at the two playoff spots. Okay, I can see that one. AFC South, they have the Colts 13-4, and then the Titans making the playoffs. I don't think the Titans are gonna make the playoff this year, but there is about they have the exact same like division prediction as I do, just not the same records. Which I can see that. I don't have two teams coming out of the division though. In the East, they have Madden has Dolphins at 11-6, Bills at 9-8, Patriots at 9-8, and Jets at 7-10. I don't know about the Jets. I mean, they look good on paper, but it's the Jets. But they have the Bills not making the playoffs. It's insane to me. And then at AFC West, they have the Raiders and Broncos making the playoffs. Raiders 12-5, Broncos 11-6, Chiefs, Chargers. Move everything up, put the Raiders on bottom. I have the Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, and Raiders. Alright, so let's look at the NFC North. They have Packers, Vikings, Lions, Bears. They have the Bears at 1-16. Okay, I can agree with this. I mean, I don't know if the Packers lose 7 games. And I don't know if the Vikings lose 8 games. I can see the Lions pick. I mean, that's almost what I had. I had them at 8-9. And I can see that. I had the Bears at 3-14. But then they have the Vikings making the playoffs, which I do not. NFC South, they have the Bucks at 12-5. See, I can see this happening too. I can see this happening too. I mean, I have the Saints making the playoffs right there at 10-7, so 11-6. But that's the Panthers. I don't know. I don't know if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy long enough. But alright, I can respect what Madden has them. And then they have the Commanders winning the division, Cowboys at number 2, and then the Eagles missing. Eagles are the best team in the NFC East. You cannot tell me differently. In the NFC West, they have Cardinals winning the division. I mean, swap Rams, Cardinals, and then swap the Cardinals and 49ers. I mean, I have the winner of this division being 12-5, so 11-6 isn't that far off. Alright, and now I'll get into see what their matchups is for the playoffs. They have the Ravens at number 1. Colts at 2, Titans at 7, Raiders at 3, Broncos at 6, Dolphins at 4, and Bengals at 5. Buccaneers at 1, Cardinals at 2, Vikings at 7, Packers at 3, Cowboys at 6, Commanders at 4, and Panthers at 5. So I'm gonna skip to the Super Bowl, and then I'll show you what my playoff prediction is gonna be, because I made the brackets on what I thought it was gonna be. Let's see what teams they have making the playoffs that I do. I had the Ravens making it into playoffs at 7, not 1. Then I have Colts making it to the playoffs at 4, not 2. And then I have the Broncos making the playoffs at 3, not 6. And Bengals making it at 2, not 5. So they have the Dolphins, Raiders, and Titans are teams I don't believe are going to make the playoffs this year. But you know, it could happen. And I don't think they did that bad, actually, in this sim. And then I had Packers at 2. I meant Packers at 1, not 3. I had the Bucks at 3, not 1. I don't have the Cardinals, Vikings making it. I don't have the Commanders or Panthers making it. I think the NFC is way off here. But alright, so that would put it as our games. I'm going to go NFC and then AFC. With the number 2 seed and the number 1 seed, number 2 and 7 seed, I have the Rams and Cowboys. They're going to face off in the wild card, and I have the Rams winning it. And then with the Buccaneers and Saints, I have the Saints beating the Bucks in the wild card round of the playoffs and going 3-0. I just don't think the Bucks can beat New Orleans. I think New Orleans has their number. I think Tom Brady's weakness is the Saints. And then with the last game of the wild card for the NFC, I have the Eagles at the 4 and the 49ers at the 5. I have the Eagles winning and advancing, finally winning another playoff game. And then with the AFC at 2 and 7, I have the Bengals beating the Ravens. And again, you can call me a homer, They have the Dolphins, and that's insane. Dolphins and Cowboys making the Super Bowl. It's insane. I don't believe that's gonna happen at all. And I have you can call me a homer for putting the Broncos in here. I don't care what you say. Broncos at number 3. And the Broncos at number 3 and the Chargers at number 6. I have the Broncos beating the Chargers at home. And then they have 4 Colts. I have the Colts at 4 and the Chiefs at 5.
View your team's save snapshots or quickly review the league's top performers and the current.
They have the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. So then that would bring it to Packers versus Saints, number 1 versus number 6. I have the Packers winning that and going to the divisional. And then it would be Rams against Eagles. I have the Rams winning that and going to the divisional. Just like Bills and Chiefs, I have the Bills beating the Chiefs with the number 1 seed going to the divisional. And then Bengals and Broncos. All right, you guys can stop calling me a homer now, because I have the Bengals beating the Broncos in the divisional round going to the conference. And then I would put up my conference matchup as Packers versus Rams. I think the Packers will finally get over the hump and make it to the Super Bowl, beating the Rams. And I think the Bills are going to beat the Bengals and make it to the Super Bowl. And then in the Super Bowl would mean I'd have the Bills and Packers, and I think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl this year. Let's see what Madden has to say. I mean, that's just my silly little opinion. I could be way off. So let's go to wild card. Their wild card is Titans beating Colts, Vikings beating Arizona, Raiders beating Broncos, Packers losing to Dallas, Bengals versus Miami, and then Carolina losing to Washington. And then they have Ravens beating Tennessee, Vikings beating Tom Brady, Dolphins beating Raiders, and then Cowboys beating Panthers. And then it's the Dolphins beating the Ravens, Cowboys beating the Vikings, and the Cowboy beating the Dolphins. So let me know what you guys' opinion is. I had the Bills winning the Super Bowl this year, but that's just my silly little opinion. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Order some W today to rip black out for 10% off. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.